in terms of complication. That might not be as easy as what is your name. Even next question, if I ask somebody that what is your body weight, how would you answer? Will the previous process work? Is it in your brain? Can you answer this question? Is it in your brain? আমরা তো সবার নিজের ওজন মাথায় রাখি না, এবং and it doesn't stay same. গত মাসে মেপেছিলাম একটা হচ্ছে, this month it could be different. So how do you answer that question? We will need a weighing machine. We will have to weigh ourselves and then give the information. So there comes another perspective in the research is measurement. I will need to measure, and this measurement could be very simple as having a weighing machine, or it could be more complicated or complex, like if I ask somebody that what is your for example hemoglobin level, so measurement becomes different. Am I right? More complex, because you have to draw blood and then go to lab and then you analyze and find the level of hemoglobin.
Sir.
Yes.
স্যার একটা রিকোয়েস্ট ছিল স্যার, যদি অ্যালাউ করতেন তাহলে ক্লাসটা রেকর্ড করতাম আর কি।
Okay, you can do that. Sure. So as I was saying that measuring the hemoglobin level needs more complex measurement process. Now let's complicate the issue a little bit more. Is it what is the hemoglobin level cannot be answered by measuring one time one spot at the day, because the level of hemoglobin can be varying throughout the day. So if I want to know the hemoglobin level, I would rather go for measurement at different time. Or do you agree? Amar explanation agree korte hobe, then we will proceed. So I will like a little bit of response, please.
Yes, sir.
So now we have decided that we will measure the hemoglobin at for example 3 different times or 5 different times. Then we have 5 measurements. We can disseminate. See, dissemination is another process. How I present it to people. I can present it to people by writing the 5 measurement, that 5 a.m. in the morning this much, 12 noon this much, 5 p.m. this much. This kind of records I can give. Or I could be a little bit more clever. I can summarize the 5 measurement by calculating the average of those. You all know about statistical tools like average, mean, etc. So that goes another step ahead. That is where answering a question is something that needs different level of processes, different level of exercises. All those exercises together makes the research methodology. So our basis was question, our goal was the answer, and in between we have a process or a combination of processes that is called research. So research actually in nutshell answering a question. So this is something what research is and research methodologies are. Now the issue is, why do we need to learn that? Anybody, why do someone need to learn research methods?
Every research needs a structure, মানে কোনো স্ট্রাকচার ছাড়া তো স্যার রিসার্চ করা পসিবল না। একটা মেথড ফলো করলে ওর স্ট্রাকচারটা পায় রিসার্চ।
Exactly. আমি আরেকটু সিম্পলি বলি, আমার যদি নিজের ইচ্ছা রিসার্চ করব, নিজের ইচ্ছা ফাইন্ডিংস বের করব, think about Einstein, think about Edison, Thomas Alva Edison. They conducted their own research. They uh, disseminated their findings. That's completely okay. They didn't need to learn research methodology. But in the modern world, we need to learn this methodology, or we need to structure this methodology, because in this global world, we need to communicate. Whatever we find, we need to let other people know that this is the way I found it. So if I do not structure my process, I cannot disseminate to others. This is soft side. The harsh side is that if I disseminate, people won't trust me, people won't accept my results. Then I'll have to show that these are the scientific processes I have followed, and that's how I got there. So why don't you accept? So this validation is also an objective for following a good research methodology. So that's why research methodology is a tool or a set of tools I think every scientific minded people should have. Whoever answers questions should have. Whoever make decisions by answering questions should have learned those scientific processes of research methodologies. So this is fundamentally the foundation rationale of this course. We need to add a little bit. Why for you, the business students, why the business students need business research methodology? Actually, business research methodology is nothing different from usual research methodology. So we will use the word research methodology commonly. Don't need to put business there. But my question is, why business students need a course on research methodology? Do you have any answer? I've given two before I ask the question. Business people, management people make decision. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Every minute, every second, every year, every month, they are making decisions. On basis of what? Making decision means they are answering question. What to do this, what not to do this. So these questions are asked by themselves and they are answering them. That means they are doing the process, maybe knowingly or unknowingly, they're conducting research. Because uninformed decision is no longer a practice in business. In the old era, business people were good business people were whom? Those who had good hunch. হঠাৎ করে মনে হলো চিনি জমায় রাখলে ভালো হবে, যে এই সিদ্ধান্ত নিল তারটা ক্লিক করলে বিজনেস সাকসেসফুল হয়ে গেল। বাট ইন রিয়েল লাইফ, in modern days, business are not done this way. Businesses are informed decision making. So if you are going to make an informed decision, you need good process to answer your questions, and that is research. So that's why business people, business students should know the whereabouts of research, whatabouts of research, and terms, terminologies of research, methods and techniques of research. They should be acquainted with this knowledge so that they can apply them while they are making decisions. So that's why almost in every business degree, business programs, there is a research methodology course. So that is how you get this course. So you will also need to learn these things and be a good management people, competent management people who can conduct research. So that's why, so this is the second tier rationale. Why for you? First tier was why research methodology is important, and next tier is why it is important for you. So if this much is acceptable by you, if you accept this, agree with my rational placement, we can proceed on with this course, I think. So what do you think? Do you have any questions or arguments? You please feel free to ask, feel free to uh, argue, no problem, because this is something research methodology is all about. Difference of opinion, debate, and etc. So that means you are ready to go on with this course. You understand that this is a requirement for you, and this is a requirement for other people as well. So you are ready to go with learning about research methodology. Now I'll give you one different point of view, that research methodology is something you learn, not memorize. Can I, could I probably differentiate the two words, learn and memorize? Yeah, that's the point I am trying to differentiate. That uh, please take this course as a learning course, not a grade achieving course, because really, you will need it in the real life. So in the 4-year degree, you might have has done 40 courses, or will be completing 4-year degree by completing about 40-45 courses. Not all of those will directly come to your table, but this course definitely will be with you all the time, because you will make decision. Whatever kind of, what kind of job, business you do, you will make decision. And if you are making decision, and if you want to make an informed decision, you need a little bit of research methodology to be applied. So please consider this course as a learning course. What is a learning course? You, in modern days, you people learn many extra things from internet. So those are completely with an intention of learning. So please keep your intention for this course as learning course. And I myself will also try to make it as simple as possible, as conveyable as possible, so that you understand the insight of each of the issues and you can be ready to apply those. And I have a long track record in conducting research, particularly social research and business research. So I will use all my experiences to tell you what to do and what not to do, what went wrong, what went right, those kind of experiences. I'll share those to you so that you understand those things well. So are we on the right track? So I'll try to make it a learning course, and I will take the exams as if it is a learning course. I'll talk about exams and things later. And if that is settled, we can move on to think about what is the course design, or what is the course material, what are the course materials, and etc. etc. So I will share a very simple slide first. So this is simply the course overview. I've written the course number wrong. I will correct it later and send. Oh, one more thing. I probably shared the Google Classroom code to uh, class representative. Did you receive that? Class representative কে আছেন? আছে ক্লাসে?
Yes, sir. I shared it. Yes, sir.
ওকে, আমার একটু সেটব্যাক হয়েছে, এই জন্য আমি বিষয়টা একটু আলাপ করছি। আমার গুগল অ্যাকাউন্টটা সামহাউ ইয়ে হয়ে গেছে, ফ্রিজ হয়ে গেছে। সো আমার ওই ক্লাসরুমটা আর ওয়ার্ক করছে না, আমি নিজে ঢুকতে পারছি না। সো আই কুডন্ট শেয়ার এনিথিং। সো আই উইল হ্যাভ টু ওয়ার্ক উইথ দিস, আইদার retrieve this or create a new account and new classroom। তাহলে তখন আমি আবার শেয়ার করবো, এবং ডকুমেন্টগুলো শেয়ার করার জন্য ওইটা আসার পরে করবো আর কি, ওটা তৈরি করার পরে। সো ফর নাও আমি এই স্লাইডগুলো দিতে পারছি না। So this is the course overview. I've talked about the foundational points and how the rationale has been established. I will also answer one question regarding coverage of the course. So what things we will cover in the course? First thing is the terms and terminologies. In other words, vocabulary of research. We need to go through these. Why? Because every discipline, every scientific discipline has their own vocabulary, own terminologies. And like, think about physicians. আমাদের একটা অসুস্থ হলে আমরা একটা অসুস্থতার নাম বলি, doctors, when doctors talk, they use another terminology for that. So doctors have their own terminology for medicine. For example, business people have their own terminologies for business issues. Chemist has different terminologies. But research methodology is a common thing for everyone, common platform. So we need some vocabularies, or we need some explanation of terms and terminologies so that we can right away grab what's been happening and what's been meant by this term. So the first thing we will go into few of the terms and terminologies, not only by creating a dictionary. There is no point making a dictionary of all research related words. We need to understand each of the words. One word may be discussed for 10 minutes. So then we can understand what is the word meaning, what is the word leading us to. So we'll go into those for a while. Then we will also think about formulating questions, research questions. Now, you may ask that we started research from a question. So what is the point of formulating the question? Let us explain this in this way. Remember, I started with the simplest of the question possible, that what is your name? And the process of answering this question was extracting the name from the memory and to disseminate. Now, what is your name is not a question that has been researched. What has been researched? The question that where is the name kept? How can I extract that information? How can I disseminate this information? Those are the research issues. So every question asked should be translated or formulated in a researchable way. So those are the formulating research questions. We will be discussing about that a little bit. Then we'll come into a issue of communication. See, in research, there is always more than one party. Why more than one party? Because suppose I conduct a research. I don't want the findings of the research to be kept in my shell. I want other people to know about it. I want other people to accept it. I want other people to replicate it, use this result for their betterment. This is all about social benefits of research. But if I cannot communicate with other people, then my research findings will not be very much helpful to other people. So for communication, we need communication platform. You must have done a course named business communication. Have you
Yes,
done?
sir.
So you know very well about communication. So research has to be communicated. So when we are thinking about communicating research, we start from the first step, that before I start conducting my research, I write it down in a way so that I know how and what way I am going to conduct it. And people can be informed at this stage that my research, my question is this, I want to answer this, I want to answer this in this way, this method, this tool, this techniques. So those should be uttered out at the beginning. This structured way of uh, describing my way of research is called research proposal. So who are the parties here? Researcher is a party. Prospective challengers are one party, or prospective beneficiary of the research findings are again another party. So all those parties will be on the same platform if we have a structured research proposal at the beginning of the research. So we need to understand what a research proposal would look like, what should it contain, what it should not contain, what structure it should take, this, etc., etc. So we will talk about writing out research proposal. Then two issues. I will go back to the example and explain what are the two issues. Remember, in the hemoglobin example, we decided that we will take several, we'll test the blood at several time points. Am I right? Remember? So, what are the time points we are choosing and why we are choosing them? We want a complete representation of the 24-hour cycle. That's why we are choosing time. So those times should be chosen wisely. So this picking of the observation points is called sampling. In blood example, it could be time point. If we are thinking about height of a group of people, for example, in that case, who are the people I will measure are the sampling points. So this is called sampling. This sampling should be good enough to represent the whole thing we are interested in. And that is raising a big question, big issue for us, that we will have to be very careful how to make it representative, how to make it applicable, how to make it useful. So this sampling is a topic we will be talking about. How can we make it scientific? How can we make it more reasonable? And along with that, we will also think about measurement. What is a measurement? Again, go back to the blood example. Blood hemoglobin, how do you measure blood hemoglobin? Someone may say that measure the whole blood, extract the whole blood, and see how much hemoglobin are there. How much could be answered in two ways. What proportion of the whole blood, or what quantity, how many pigment. Many ways it could be answered. So the researcher is the one who would decide on which particular way of measurement he or she will use. So that's why we will also need to understand what are the measurements with. So that goes, we will also learn measurements. And we will also talk about research design. Again, from the hemoglobin example, let us try to define what research design is. We have decided that we will take blood every 2 hours. That means 12 observations, starting from 5 a.m. in the morning. That means you have designed your experiment. How you are heading to extract the measurements, you have decided on that. That is your research design. Had it been not hemoglobin, had it been blood sugar level, our design would be changed to what? We would then prefer to measure the blood sugar before the meal, after the meal, because we know that those two would be different. So then design would be different. So every study should be designed in a way so that we can extract best information. We can extract best data. I'll come to, I don't like to use the word data at the beginning. I'll come to the perception of data later. And next step is your information analysis, analyzing your information. This component will mostly concentrate around statistics. You all had a statistics course before?
Yes, sir.
So the data analysis component will mainly delve around statistics, and we'll also attempt to learn how to analyze data using a particular software, SPSS, which stands for Statistical Packages for Social Sciences. So we'll use that software for a while so that we can use that for future data analysis. And then the final dissemination point, how you want to present your findings to people. Obviously, you want to write it in a structured way so that anybody reading your document can grab what you did, how you did, what you found, what that means, and how that could be helpful. So writing a report would be the next step. We'll also talk about that. So this is more or less the whole structure of the course we will be following. And once we have done with this, I'm pretty confident that you will be able to conduct your own research yourself. And that's why the only exercise or assignment or term paper, what you call it, is that you will choose your own research topic and you will conduct your research by yourself and present it at the end of the semester in a group, not individually, because individually it would be a bit low. So you have already groups, I think 5 to 6 in size. আমার এখানে একটা নয়েজ হচ্ছে, is it disturbing you?
No, sir.
আমাকে ডিস্টার্ব করছে, তাই বললাম। ওকে, সো গ্রুপ আছে না? You have your groups made?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So those groups, you can work on the same group or reform the groups, that's up to you. And you don't have to start the work right away because you need to understand things and then start. Please don't think in that way that I have done a report for course blah blah, I'll redo that or that's etc. Don't think that way. I want this term paper be done using exactly whatever we will learn in this course. So let the course go halfway, then you start working on your project. When you go halfway, I hope that you can understand what to do and what can be done. So use whatever we would learn in this course. So this is about your term paper. And one more thing is regarding exams. I prefer, because I told you that I will design this course. I have designed this course as a learning course. So I'll test your learning. I won't test your memory. So question would be very much objective type questions, 1-line answer, 2-line answer, story based, case study based questions, etc. So any questions so far? And that is something you often ask, books and preferences. I have given 3 references. Not necessarily you will have to gather all these 3 books. The first book is about research methods, knowledge base. This is the foundation book for research methodology. So the contents I will give you like these slides, and you take notes whenever you are in the class. Do you take notes? Everyone has notebooks. That part should be very important because I will give many examples and I will tell many stories. Those would not be written in books, those would not be written in the slides. So you can keep notes from those and use your slides, and this book would be the basis. If you cannot find this book in the market or in your library, you can tell me. I have a very old version of the book as soft copy. I can share it with you. All right. And the remaining two books are statistics books. Those two are alternatives, either this or that, or any other statistics book you have. What text you have used in the statistics course? Can anybody remember? If you have that textbook with you, you can keep that. These books are for referring back, because I will be talking about statistics issues as if you know those. যেমন টেস্ট অফ হাইপোথেসিস পড়াতে শুরু করে দেব, I would assume that you know that. So in that situation, if you find that well, sir thinks I know that, but I actually can't remember that, you can go back to one of your statistics book and reconcile your idea and concept. You can always ask me. I will be helpful. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna help you. I will be helpful, but still you may need your own book for that. So that's why the number 2 and 3 are alternatives, and that can be replaced by any of your statistics books in hand. So that's more or less the course basis. If you have any questions. Am I audible and clear to everybody this 50 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
সবাই সবকিছু বুঝতে পেরেছে? আমার মানে ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ এন্ড থিংস কোনো অসুবিধা হচ্ছে?
No, sir.
Okay. There's an important issue that I should be able to communicate the way you understand. That's very important. And I hope that we will start face-to-face classes soon, and that can help us a lot, because this course is আমি যোগ করে বলি যে হাত পা নেড়ে বোঝানোর জিনিস. So this course has many things that actually needs face-to-face interaction. So hopefully we'll have that soon. And today is the first class. I don't want to hold you for the full class time, because you always think that first class সব সময় পড়া হয় না.
Thank you, sir.
So no, I'll go to another slide for 5 minutes and then let you go. And আরেকটা ব্যাপার হচ্ছে, ক্লাস রিপ্রেজেন্টেটিভ একটু প্লিজ অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সটা একটু ক্যাপচার করে আমাকে জানাতে হবে, বিকজ আমি এখনো পাইনি, ওই যে ইউকেএম এর অ্যাক্সেস পাইনি.
Okay, sir.
So that's where I want to start. So আজকে আমরা বেশি দূর যাব না. I will only try to that what attempt we will be taking next class. So this starts with terminologies or language of research. As we have already talked about, that research has its own language, has its own terms and terminologies we need to understand. So I started with example 5 words. You can see the point 4 says 5 big words. I will start with the first word only, and that will explain the second one as well. Then we'll quit the class. So what kind of meaning it comes to you when you read the word theoretical? কিরকম মনে হয়, কি কি ধরনের থিংকিং আসে?
So something hypothetical.
Yes.
স্যার একটা প্রেডিকশন হতে পারে বা অ্যাজাম্পশন, বাট এখনো ওইটার মানে কনক্লুশন হয় নাই বা প্র্যাকটিক্যালি ওটার ইমপ্লিমেন্ট হয় নাই।
না, হাইপোথেসিসের পরের লেভেল হচ্ছে থিওরি। থিওরি হচ্ছে এস্টাবলিশ হয়েছে। থিওরি তখনই আমি বলবো যখন হাইপোথেসিসটা কোনো একটা জিনিস টেস্টেড এন্ড প্রুভড। এই জন্য থিওরিটিক্যাল বলা হয়। যে আমি একটা এক্সাম্পল দিয়ে বলবো আর কি। রিসার্চ বুঝতে হলে এই জায়গাটায় আমাদের আসতেই হবে। একটা থিওরি কখন আমি বলবো, যেমন আমি একটা কমন এক্সাম্পল দিয়ে বলে থাকি, what is the probability of getting a head in a coin toss? কেউ না জানার কথা না, everybody knows 50% or half, we call it half. But আমি একটা next question করবো, I'm pretty sure that, can you show it, can you prove it to me? Please help yourself, থিওরিতে কিভাবে দেখাবো? Okay, you went to very right track, that is theory. আমি এটাই বলছি থিওরি, কিন্তু এটাকে আমরা আরেকটু ক্লারিফাই করব, বিকজ the way you describe, I still can ask you 2 questions. যে একটা কয়েন টস করলে হেড অর টেইল আসবে, এইটা আমি শিওর হলাম কেন? হেড অর টেইল ছাড়া অন্য কিছু হতে পারে না? ওই যে মাটির উপর দাঁড়া থাকতে পারে না কয়েনটা? hypothetically speaking, যে কয়েন ফ্লিপ করলে বাতাসে মিলাই যেতে পারে না? So these are the questions people may ask. So when you proved, you have set up an assumption that the outcome of this experiment is a exhausted set H and T. হেড আর টেইলের যে সেট, এইটাই এক্সস্টিভ, এর বাইরে কিছু হতে পারবে না। এটা আমরা এসিউম করে নিচ্ছি। আমরা যখন প্রুফ করতেছি, এটা আমাদের অ্যাজাম্পশন, তখন লোকে আর আমাদের ওই প্রশ্ন করতে পারবে। দ্বিতীয় পয়েন্ট হচ্ছে, ইউ হ্যাভ রাইটলি সেড যে যেহেতু হেড অর টেইল হবে, কিন্তু অর টেইল কথাটা বলতে হলে তো আমাকে বলতে হবে যে হেড আর টেইল হচ্ছে মিউচুয়ালি এক্সক্লুসিভ, একটা আসলে আর আসবে না। Should I have to clarify that? Do you follow what I tried to say? তার মানে 2 নাম্বার আমি আরেকটা অ্যাজাম্পশন করেছি, হেড আর টেইল হচ্ছে মিউচুয়ালি এক্সক্লুসিভ। এন্ড 3 নাম্বার পয়েন্টটা ইউ ডিডন্ট মেনশন, যে 2 ভাগ করতে হবে, এটা সমান সমান হবে, এটা কে বললো? এইখানেও আমরা একটা অ্যাসাম্পশন করেছি। আমরা বলেছি হেড আর টেইল হচ্ছে ইকুয়ালি লাইকলি। ইকুয়ালি লাইকলি কেন? যে হেড আর টেইলের সমান সমান আসার সম্ভাবনা। এখন যদি এটা লাস ভেগাসের একটা ক্যাসিনোর কয়েন হয়, ওই কয়েনে হয়তো এক সাইডে একটু লেড লাগাই দিচ্ছে যাতে এক সাইড ভারী থাকে, ওইটা কিন্তু ইকুয়ালি লাইক নাই না, ওই কয়েনটা ইকুয়ালি লাইকলি হেড টেল হবে না। সো আমরা একটা ফেয়ার কয়েন যখন ডিল করব তখন দে আর ইকুয়ালি লাইক। এই তিনটে অ্যাজাম্পশন আমাকে হাফ দিবে। আমি বলি কিভাবে। প্রথম বলেছি হেড টেলের বাইরে কিছু হবে না, তার মানে টোটাল প্রবাবিলিটি 1, রাইট?
Yes, sir.
হ্যাঁ, নেক্সট বলেছি দ্যাট দে আর মিউচুয়ালি এক্সক্লুসিভ। দ্যাট মিনস এই প্রবাবিলিটি 1 এর একটা কম্পোনেন্ট বিলং করে হেডের, একটা কম্পোনেন্ট বিলং করে টেইলের, দুইটার ওভারল্যাপিং কোনো কম্পোনেন্ট নাই, কারণ মিউচুয়াল এক্সক্লুসিভ। ইউ আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড? তার মানে সোজা কথায় এককে দুইটা অংশে ভাগ করতে হবে, কিন্তু এখন পর্যন্ত আমাদের কাছে ক্লিয়ার না যে দুইটা অংশ সমান হবে না অসমান হবে। থার্ড assumption induced this. Third assumption says equally likely. তার মানে এককে দুইটা অংশে ভাগ করতে হবে, দুইটা অংশই সমান হতে হবে। That means how? So you understand, theoretically আমরা কয়েন টসের হেড আসার প্রবাবিলিটি হাফ এস্টাবলিশ করতে পারবো। এখন এই থিওরি যখন ফ্লপ করবে, ফেল করবে বা ডিনাইড হবে, একজন ক্রিকেট ক্যাপ্টেন, সাম ক্রিকেট ক্যাপ্টেন উড সে, আই ডোন্ট বিলিভ দিস assumptions and things, আমি মনে করি না কয়েন টস ইজ ফেয়ার, হেড আসার প্রবাবিলিটি আর টেইল আসার প্রবাবিলিটি দুইটাই হাফ, আমার মনে হয় না। তাকে আমরা কিভাবে বুঝাবো? কোনো ওয়ে আছে? খুব সহজ রাস্তা আছে। আমরা বলবো যে লেট আস লুক ইন দ্য হিস্ট্রি। এর আগে যত ক্রিকেট ম্যাচ হয়েছে সবগুলোতে কয়েন টস হয়েছিল, কয়টা হেড আসছে কয়টা টেইল আসছে আমরা গুনে দেখি, যদি রেকর্ড থাকে we can find it. So what do you think, quite how many heads how many tails হবে? 10,000 ম্যাচেস হয়েছে, এর মধ্যে কত হেডস কত টেইল? What do you think? হ্যাঁ, এটা 5,000 হওয়ার কথা, কিন্তু একটু বেশি কম হতে পারে, বাট দে উইল বি ক্লোজ টু 5,000 and 5,000। এটা 1,000 আর 9,000 হওয়ার কোনো কারণ নাই, নো কোয়েশ্চেন, বিকজ থিওরিটিক্যালি আমরা দেখেছি দ্যাটস ট্রু। সো আমরা হিস্ট্রি থেকে তাকে গুণে দেখাই দিতে পারি যে সি দুইটার সংখ্যাই কাছাকাছি। যদি হিস্ট্রিক্যাল ডাটা না থাকে, আই ক্যান ক্রিয়েট হিস্ট্রি বাই এক্সপেরিমেন্টিং। একটা কয়েন নিয়ে 1,000 বার টস করে দেখাই দিতে পারবো না? কি একটা কয়েন টস করি যদি 1,000 বার, হোয়াট ডু ইউ থিঙ্ক কত 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 হবে হেড আর টেইলের সংখ্যা? 500, close to 500, 500. So that is an way, এই যে সেকেন্ড অ্যাটেম্পটা নিলাম ফ্রম হিস্ট্রি অর বাই ক্রিয়েটিং হিস্ট্রি, সেটাকে বলে empirical way of thinking. So theoretical and empirical are two words often used in research, but the meaning of these two should be understood from depth. ওই ডেপথ থেকে আমাদের চিন্তা করতে হবে। সো আমরা এইভাবে প্রত্যেকটা ওয়ার্ড সম্বন্ধে একটু একটু আলাপ করব, and there will be many other terms and terminology of research will come up and we will resolve those. So আমার মনে হয় আজকে আমরা এখানে we can call it a day. Thank you everyone. If you don't have
Thank you, sir.
okay, thank you. Wa alaikum salam.
Thank you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you everyone.